Morning all. All right, so preview for today. We've got 8 games, and busy day. We'll see how things go. If you're an Oilers fan, there's a chance they're 500 by the end of tonight. But we're going to start off with the first of 3 games that start at 7 o'clock Eastern, 4 o'clock Pacific, and that's Buffalo, who are 1-3, and against Washington, who are 2-0-2. And they're going to be dealing for the next 4 games at least with life minus Ovechkin and Samsonov, and Orlov, and Kuznetsov as well. It's going to be interesting, which is why I'm wearing Buffalo. I got a good feeling Buffalo gets themselves going tonight. Now I put two guys off slow starts for each team. So for Buffalo, it's Eric Staal, 4 games, 1 assist. We'll see if he gets going tonight. Dylan Cousins, who's been getting his chances, 1 assist in 4 games. You don't worry about rookies when they aren't scoring. You worry about rookies when they aren't scoring and they don't look very good. And Cousins has looked fine. Now, on the Washington side, you've got Panik, 4 games, 1 assist. With the players that are out, he may play a more prominent role. Hagelin, no points yet in 4 games. He's been known in his career to play a key role at times. And so we'll see how things go for the Washington Capitals starting tonight. New York Rangers in against Pittsburgh. That one starts at 7 o'clock Eastern, 4 o'clock Pacific as well. The Rangers are 1-2. The Pittsburgh Penguins are 2-2. So we've got 2 teams here that have a lot of pressure on them to do well. And on the Rangers side, in 3 games, both Ryan Strome and Alexis Lafreniere are scoreless. And Lafreniere I don't know. I haven't seen that many opportunities from Lafreniere either. I think Cousins is more likely to break through right now with how things are going than Lafreniere. On the Pittsburgh side, Malkin, who got a goal in the last game. He has 1 goal in 4 games, no assists. Zucker, 4 games, 1 assist for Jason Zucker. And so I'm expecting one of or both of them to get things going. I could see it being against the Rangers. And then at 7 o'clock Eastern as well, the Toronto Maple Leafs at home against the Edmonton Oilers, the second of I don't know if they're playing 3. I think they're just playing the 2. And so for the Oilers, the good news is we will not have Austin Matthews in the lineup for Toronto. The good news for Edmonton also is that Thornton's out. So that's 2/3 of the top line out, and we'll see how things go. Now, on the slow starts front, Puljujarvi did get an assist in their last game, but that's his first point in 5 games. Kyle Turris still stuck on 0 points in 5 games. So those are 2 players they're looking for a little bit more from, even if they are third line. Morgan Rielly has 1 goal, no assists in 5 games for Toronto. It's surprising, because I don't think Rielly's necessarily got off to a bad start. And then Wayne Simmons, who's been a net front presence, he's been prominent. He has no points in 5 games for Toronto. And then starting at 8 o'clock Eastern, 5 o'clock Pacific, we've got the Detroit Red Wings in against the Chicago Blackhawks. Detroit is now 2-2. Chicago's 0-3-1, so Chicago's still looking for their first victory. Won't be easy against Detroit either. Now on the slow starter side for Detroit, Franz Nielsen, 1 assist in his 3 games thus far. He has been notable on the ice, and I think there's going to be more points from him this year than last year. Filppula, no points yet in 4 games for Detroit. On the Chicago side, Andrew Shaw, 1 assist in 4 games. And Matthias Janmark, who I was really hoping would have a bounce-back season with Chicago. It hasn't happened yet. 0 points in 4 games. Also starting at 8 p.m. Eastern, the San Jose Sharks in against the Minnesota Wild. San Jose's 2-2. Minnesota's 3-1. Minnesota's got the potential for a gaudy start of their own. Carlson for the Sharks stands out with just the 1 assist so far in 4 games. So Erik Karlsson so far, he may be healthy, but it's still not clicking offensively. And Patrick Marleau, no points in 4 games, but the overall numbers for Marleau are about where you'd expect them to be at this point. On the Minnesota side, Johansen, 1 goal, no assists in 4 games for him. And Fiala, no points in 4 games. So Fiala's been prominent. He's had his opportunities. Nothing's going in the net. That has to change, you would think. And yet, maybe that run he had last year was a really good run he had. And maybe he'll have a hard time replicating that this season. At 8:30 Eastern, 5:30 Pacific, Nashville in against Dallas. Nashville 2-1. Dallas, their first game of the season, finally. Oh, man. We finally see the Dallas Stars on the ice. Johansen's off to a bit of a slow start with 1 assist in 3 games for Nashville. And I put up Yossi because it's hard to find Predators that are off to slow starts. So 1 assist in 3 games for Yossi. And that's about as good as I could get when it came to finding somebody that I thought, well, they're off to a slow start. Most everybody's got 2 or 3 points, it seems, that should for Nashville. And again, for Dallas, the slow start's the fact that it took until now, January 22nd, for their season to get going. So, yeah. At 9 p.m. Eastern, so 6 p.m. Pacific, the Vegas Golden Knights in against the Arizona Coyotes. And we'll see how this goes. Vegas is 4-0. Arizona's 1-2-1. And it was hard to find players off to slow starts for Vegas, too, because they've been scoring at will. So William Karlsson with 1 goal, 1 assist in 4 games. Sure. And Nick Roy with 1 assist in 4 games. Sure. That's as close as I could come to finding guys that are off to slow starts. On the Vegas side, Lawson Krause, no points in 4 games. And Christian Fischer, also with no points in 4 games. Krause is the more surprising of the two. Based on what happened last year, we kind of expected a little bit more progression. Hasn't happened yet. It's still there. It just hasn't happened yet. 10 p.m. Eastern, 7 p.m. Pacific, so these games are nicely spread out today. The 2-2 Colorado Avalanche in against the 1-2-1 Anaheim Ducks. Colorado side, yes, there are a couple players off to slow starts, though they could be qualified as kind of the usual suspects. Tyson Jost with no points in 4 games, and Valeri Nichushkin also with no points in 4 games for Colorado. On the Anaheim side, Ryan Getzlaf, 1 assist in 4 games, and Jacob Silfverberg. I'm kind of surprised Silfverberg doesn't have a point yet in 4 games, but Nick Delorier does all the scoring at home. Maxime Comtois does all the scoring on the road. It's a bizarre season already for Anaheim, and they're only 4 games into it. Let me know your thoughts and picks in the comment section below. As always, don't forget to hit like and subscribe if you're browsing your way through. You just happened upon this video. Thank you guys so much for watching, for all your support. I will talk to you again soon.